Tanya Anderson. Finally, she got off that plane and came down to terra
There
firma,
you
and
go.
she's on the show. I'm putting you on speaker view. Tanya, give us a background. What do you do other than fly? Talk to me.
Oh, well, I've been a member of Screen Actors Guild for 23 years. But of course, my schedule, interrupts with things. But I worked 5 scenes on the movie Catch Me If You Can, which is pure delight to see a genius like Spielberg, work his craft. And he loved it. He loved it. He said it was like having dessert after, making dark films like Schindler's List. It was absolutely delightful. I mean, just getting paid to be there and to see everything going on was, and the head wardrobe lady, Mary Zorfrez, she's known in the industry very well. She liked me, so she put me in a linen dress, made me a Pan Am passenger, which is amazing. So I used to fly for Pan Am, and gave me the charm bracelet, the pointy toes, the kill your feet, the earrings, the punch it, and then even if you were whip it thin, you had to wear a girdle. So when we went to the ladies' room, you'd hear even these really thin gals going, so pulling the girdle off, and then wardrobe would come around to make sure that we hadn't switched out and gotten back into our own stuff. The only thing that belonged to us was our underpants. We had the bullet bras, the whole thing. So I love doing that. I worked on the Coen brothers film, The Man Who Wasn't There, War of the Worlds, another Spielberg film, Artificial Intelligence, another Spielberg film, World Trade Center, Oliver Stone. And for a while, for 5 years, I flew corporate. So sometimes these guys would get on my plane. And one lady looked at me one day, who hadn't said a word about background. She said, I've seen you at WB, Warner Brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had dressed me up as a full bird colonel one time on West Wing, to be in the Situation Room. But it was such a compliment for somebody that I don't even know him. She doesn't know me to say, I've seen you at WB. And when I'm not doing that, I've built houses for Habitat in Madagascar, which is fabulous. Long Beach, California, you mentioned earlier, Hawaii. And I've also lobbied for international human rights, originally from DC, so I kind of have that mindset, international human rights on Capitol Hill.
Tanya, almost none of this is in your bio. I am sitting here with my mouth gaping open saying, who is this woman? I didn't know she was on my show. Screen Actors Guild is not in your bio. Habitat is not in your bio. Tanya, we need a new bio from you, lady.
All
That
right,
was
my dear,
amazing.
you got it.
When did you start? I want to know, when did you and why did you start with airlines? Why did you want to be, are we allowed to say flight attendant or
Oh
stewardess
yeah,
used
no,
to
that's
be?
fine. Yeah, flight attendant. It was Pan Am, and I just loved it. You would think I'd never been out of my own backyard. I actually went to high school in Europe, but the minute Al, the recruiter from Pan Am, said, "What would you say if I told you we're going to send you down to Miami on Sunday?" It propelled me into the stratosphere. I'm like, I can't believe I've been hired by Pan American World Airways.
Wow. Can you give us the year just for a point of reference?
Oh yeah, 1985.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
shame, you go for the hard numbers, don't you?
I do, lady. I do. I do. Well, we let them do the math. Let them do the math. Tanya, you're a force of nature. That did not come through in your bio. We need a better bio. Come on. You and I are going to write a new bio for you.
Oh,
I
thanks
had,
a million. I
I had
appreciate it.
no idea that I thought you were just somebody who lived around the world and got off and on airplanes. I didn't know you were in movies. I didn't know you built houses. Nice to meet the real Tanya
Thank you so
Anderson.
much. Thank